Man, this guy's a dick rider. I mean, he is going hard after it. You know, in normal anime parlance, you'd have to think this doesn't go right. I honestly don't remember. The normal anime thing is 5 episodes from the end to not succeed. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Stoneface Reactions. Theta here, and I'm here with another episode of RahXephon, the once-a-month play that we do. So once again, thank you to Yuki Alley for sponsoring these. As you have been, we are almost at the end of the series. I do in fact have a folder here that has a couple of special things. I think they're just the opening and endings, though. I don't know if RahXephon has any special material beyond a movie. If there is, let me know. Obviously, would be interested to know. I don't believe I have any comments, though, but I do have a couple of thoughts that I took while rewatching the last episode to help me remember what we were doing. Again, this is the folly of the once-a-month episode system, but I did watch this a long time ago, though I have stated after, what was it, episode 15? Whatever the episode is that we all know to be one of the greatest episodes of anime, I don't remember much after that. That one episode was so impactful that it has stuck with me for 20 years, let's say. Whereas everything that happens afterwards, I kind of only remember like one scene and not even in context. So, notes. So, okay. We are on the verge of the assault on Tokyo Jupiter. They say 4 days remaining until it happens, and we've got 5 episodes remaining. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know if I should expect it to happen now, i.e. this episode, or if it is just still coming. I believe it is because I believe the name of this episode invokes that is about to happen. I remember Kim and Soichi being a pair and all, and the emphasis being given to Soichi's role to play in the coming days is clearly being pressed upon us, but I don't recall much happening between the two characters beyond dating. I only say this because either Kim is sick for a reason that I'm not remembering, or that's morning sickness and she's being given signs of being pregnant. Let's see. I don't know who Ernst could be referred to as. They say brother of Nazcal, or sorry, Nakal? Nakal. Sorry, these are Mayan South American mythos words, and I am obviously an idiot. So, brother of Nakal, which I take to mean brother of the exalted, because the word I'm having a hard time pronouncing means exalted, especially in relation to Olin or Ixtil. Ixtili. Ixtili? I always say it in my head as Ixtil. Yeah, I think it's Ixtili. It's an Li sound and not an Il sound. These names and relationships to mythology are confusingly hard to parse into the meaning of the story. Quan and Ayato are Olin, in that they both control a Zephon from an inner space, rather than being an instrumentalist like the Dolem controllers. Ixli being Zephon, but what or who would Quan's be? Who would Nikal be in this context, and what importance would his brother take? We know Ernst runs the Bahamim Corporation, and has for some time, what with his clone kids taking up all these important positions relating to the Mu threat. I know I kind of just like trail off there, but the thought remains to Ernst's role in everything, and frankly, to what I remember of the show, again, 20 something years ago, I do not remember Ernst beyond background shots of him doing weird, creepy stuff with Quan and whatever her clone girl name is. I completely had no idea that Itsuki and Ayato were actually hidden brothers, but I guess that explains how Shitao maybe saw something in Itsuki that attracted her to him, since we know her attraction to Ayato. Though I guess in Itsuki's case, that would be more of if Ayato had grown up in the right time frame as Shitao instead of being aged slowly inside Tokyo Jupiter as he was. I guess this is also just one of those episodes that just didn't, like, solidify in my head over time. I think when I was originally watching this, I was more focused on that romance relationship between Shitao and Ayato, and a bunch of stuff just fell to the wayside. I also recall being, like, sick while I was watching a lot of these episodes. I don't remember what from or of, but a lot of the shit in this show comes to me as, like, in a fever dream. Like, I just don't remember, or is so out there. Like, essentially the same if I said I was taking drugs and watching this show. Same sort of thing, except I was sick. So that is my problem in remembering certain things that happened. But yeah, last time on though, we also have to deal with. I apologize. This episode is going to be riddled with me not remembering people's names. The guy who is from Tokyo Jupiter, who came back out with everybody else, looking for his girlfriend, who went with Ayato, died with Ayato. Ayato hid from her that she was dead. He finds the blue blood stained notebook with her writing goodbye in it, knows that she's dead, threatens Shitao's younger sister, and fucks off, I guess. I don't know where he's at, but he still has, like, the two dolems that he can threaten things with. And if we're about to go into, like, a big fight, I guess he is the predominant threat beyond whatever that floating Mu fleet thing is. So, yeah, I think that's what we're going into. That's what to expect. However, this show hits you with, like, 45-degree angle blows, so there's no telling what's about to happen. Let's just go ahead and get on into it.
But before we get started,
make sure that you hit the like button,
hit that subscribe button,
comment down below to feed that algorithm.
On top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this, unfiltered,
uncensored,
and uncut,
as well as some early access stuff,
you can check it out over on the Patreon.
It's just $5 a month, but hey, no pressure.
There's zero pressure in order to do that. It's just a little bit of extra support, and it would be greatly appreciated.
I know I've said this probably every time, and it's not like a talking point or anything. It's probably because, again, I only watched this once. By the way, the egg has to be Ixtel, and not him inside the egg. It's only because I watch this once every month, and thus it only occurs to me to say it once every month. One of my favorite anime opening songs. It has been hard-pressed to maintain that position over the years. Again, 20 years now. It's been plenty of shows to go up there. I'm going to say top 10. I'm going to say top 10 because there's been shows that we've watched in this reaction series, this whole video format thing that we're doing here, that I think are better than this. Maybe not on quality alone, but on taste in music, right? Like Ray Earth, I really like Ray Earth, but that appeals to my sense of wanting guitar riffs in my openings. I feel like this would be a great for that one guy who does the animes What's in an Opening, or What's in an OP, to analyze the visual design.
音が澄んできたな。
よろしいのですか？あのまま誠にやらせておいて。
あれのやることなど些細な火遊びに過ぎん。今は彼女の時間だ。
It's certainly going to be a thing if, like, the whole end of the episode,
そろそろ支度をしなさい。
sorry, not the end of the episode, the end of the show actually super involved him, and I just did not remember Ernst being so vitally important to the show.
さあ、おいで。
I guess though at the same time, if this is like a better mirror to what Evangelion turned out to be, then we'd have to get super confused at the very end.
君はもっと頭のいい女だと思っていたのだがな。
クビになっちゃった。
いいな、はるかさんは。
とりあえずこっちのことはや
How do you get canned for just drawing a picture?
科学調査部のレポートいかがですか？
特に問題はない。
ではそろそろ指令センターにお越しください。
わかった。
指令。
ん？
連合統括部からです。
Again, the fact that she's just the Zaphon and she's just there to mentally manipulate this dude.
作戦実施時間を1時間繰り上げる。
そういう命令だったのですか？
私は消滅艦隊。
Sorry, are we moving up by 1 hour or to 1 hour? Because you said by 1 hour.
直に勝利を見たくなってね。
Because if you moved it up by 1 hour, it would be 5 days plus an hour.
根詰めると体に毒だよ。
うん。
ねえ。
Oh, right, and they convinced him to get back into the pilot seat after some time resting.
そうだね。君がそれでいいなら。
え？
そうしよっか。
あのさ、お姉ちゃんどこ行ったのかな？
本部だろ？
知らないの？お姉ちゃんクビになったんだよ。
え？
Again,
白蛇の機嫌損ねたみたい。
she just drew him as a snake. They're like firing her for calling you a bad name.
何？
この子
Suck it up, my dude.
誰なんだろう。
ごめんね、メグ。
I think it's weirder because he's actually seen her face to face, like yesterday.
さっさと処分しろって白蛇がうるさいのよ。小物だよね、あいつ。あ、それから、はいこれ、はるかさんの。なんか大事そうな写真が入ってたから、私が預かってた。なんかこういうところが抜けてるんだよね。うちの姉は。いけないんだ、いけないんだ。いくら兄弟でも。
The real problem with this show is that anytime anyone looks happy, it only blows up in their face. Oh, is it going to be him as young? Or as he is now?
ずるいよ、お姉ちゃん。私の人生よりも長いんだよ。勝てるわけないじゃん。
Yeah.
陸道です。
If you didn't figure it out by now,
さんは留守ですけど。
she was in Tokyo Jupiter and then she left.
これだけですか？
And he got stuck behind and he remained the age that he is.
猫。
That's why he has the weird psychological dream about being with her as she's older, because I guess his inner self recognized who she was.
鳥がいるんじゃ。猫嫌ですよね。
うん。
名前は
ミチルだ。
チルチルミチルですか。
娘の名前だ。
You know, the one that I nuked.
死闘隊。
え？
彼女がいなかったら、君はとっくに収容所送りだった。いや、最高機密を盗み出したトガで。
The balls to call it a concentration camp.
そうだったんだ。
ん？
前から聞きたかったんですけど、くぬぎさんの家の桜って本当に青い花が咲くんですか？
誰が言ったんだ？そんなこと。
いつきさんがみんなに。
Yeah, I thought it was only Itsuki's ones that did that.
違うんですか？
This is the
君は担がれたんだよ。
color of the blood of the people buried under it or something?
くぬぎさんでも笑うことがあるんですね。
当たり前だろ。綾人君、
はい。
今度一緒に飯でも食おうか。
はい。
It occurs to me, we haven't seen the reporter in a long time either.
それでいいじゃないか。眠り姫もネリアの黒い卵もバーベムの手に渡してしまったのは
No.
この僕だ。人はそれぞれ
Shitao's
生きる道が違う。
dad, was that? I can't remember. He lives in the house with them. Can't remember his
あいつは
relationship.
17歳になった時にそれに気づいちまった。自分が運命の王子様が来る前に目覚めちまった眠り姫だということに。あの時はああするしかないと思っていた。自分を責めるなよ。
あいつとのやりとりは思い出せる限り書いたわ。
ごめんね、嫌なことさせちゃって。
いいの。結局私はこういう女なのよね。お兄ちゃんやお父さんのことも。
財団で TDD の基礎研究をしてた。事故で亡くなったんだよ。
Not even our side characters are getting in contact with the Federation. Foundation, sorry, Foundation.
私が殺したの。殺したも同じ。あの時ね、バーベムの奴らに言われたのよ。そうすることがお父さんたちのためになるって。安全は保証するって。よく言うじゃない。パンを落とすとバターを塗った方が必ず下になるって。
Yeah, it's the whole concept of the butter side up, butter side down wars.
あの人とのことだって。
そんなことない。いつきくんはさや子のことを。
いつきくん、いつきくん、いつきくん。あんたはいつだっていつきくん。私はいつだっていつきさん、いつき先生、キサラギ博士。嫌いよ。本当は大嫌いだったの。
Oh, sorry, the informality everybody has with him versus the she has with him. I wasn't following for a second. Everyone's closer to him than she is.
最低なのは私よ。
17歳の奏者の資格はもうなくなってしまう。我々に残された時間はない。綾との人としての時間がな。だからほんのわずかな時間でも家族として普通に接してやりたかった。俺にとっては孫だしな。すまない。
Again, making the whole Shitao Ayato relationship that much weirder.
娘にしてやれなかったことへの償いかな。
Assuming I got all that stuff right. If I got that wrong, but I'm just calling it weird for no reason.
気がついてたの？
ずっとね。ごめん。
何？
俺この間からはるかさんのこと避けてたみたいで。
うん、避けてたね。
だからごめん。ねえ、絵ができたらさ、一番初めに見てくれないかな。
It's also kind of funny, given the fact that their relationship, past relationship, and what she... I don't know what she wants from it, but... the idea that he's also constantly painting pictures of a woman he has no idea about.
本庄の JB4 起動準備完了。大島の JB2 起動に問題ありません。笠間の JB5 も起動準備完了しました。
プロップサット編隊はどうだ？
現在指定空域を定常航行中。エネルギーキャパンタス
全システム配置完了。オールグリーン。あとは最高責任者のご命令を待つのみです。
Man, this guy's a dick rider. I mean, he is going hard after it. You know, in normal anime parlance, you'd have to think this doesn't go right. I honestly don't remember. The normal anime thing is 5 episodes from the end to not succeed.
8、7、6、5、4、3、2、1、0。確率共鳴馬展開。
Don't even know what that's trying to represent now. Minkowski. Not Minovsky, Minkowski.
電磁波ドップラーシフトの影響消えました。通信シグナル爆発的に増加していきます。タイムディファレンシャルエフェクト極大。
絶対障壁消滅しました。
I called it a fleet before, but I guess it's just one giant ship.
できた。はるかさん呼んでこなきゃ。
できたのね。あなたの世界が。
はるか少尉。
私は
It's the picture. It's the overlay. It's the picture.
君は。
ララ？オリン、どうしたの？誰かに呼ばれたの？
So hers takes the shape of Ayato?
僕はあそこへ帰らねばならないから。
あなたはオリンではないのね。そう。私はイシュトリ。
Are they both extant?
オリンの証。ゼフォンより放たれたラーの歌。そしてあなたが真実の心臓より欲する人の姿。ララ。
君は君の歌を見つけた。
あなたは。
君は
So they're both Ixtal as the name of a thing or as a personal name? I guess if they're both Olin, they can both be Ixtal. Never mind. Bloodshot.
ゼフォンの歌にして恋によく似たもの。
君は。
あなたは誰？
私は正しき音のキザハシ。さあ、君が必要だ、オリン。一つとなろ
う。私もよ。一緒にいたい。
Again, we've only seen hers twice? I was saying the Time Cavern, but also in Tokyo Jupiter we saw it too, didn't we?
私はイシュトリ。私は道しるべにしてあなたが未だ正しく見られぬあなたの顔。これはあなたの見る世界、私のいる世界、あなたと私が作る世界。あなたはヨロテオトルを得て世界の心臓となる。共に生きましょう。世界の王にして捧げられし人。
嫌だ。この絵の彼女は君じゃない。見て欲しかったのも君じゃない。この絵を描いたのも君のためじゃない。
Not to be fair, you always just paint her facing away, so it could be Shitao.
あなたが望まなくてもいずれそうなるの。先に言っています。
It is kind of weird for the person representing sound, you know, the world suffused with sound, to get lost in a painting.
ラーゼフォンじゃないのか。違う。パターン検知不能。
高エネルギー体の波動止まりません。ダメです。外に出ます。
To be fair, that reaction would make sense for anything.
未だかつて誰もやり遂げていないことをこの私が
Oh man, are people about to start dying? I feel like he's in a hard position to not be killed by something crazy. A worldwide threat? Yes, it is. Are they appearing, or were they just always there? Okay, lady. Sometimes it's hard to remember how large the RahXephon is. They something like 50 meters tall or something like that? I certainly do not remember this. How do you people even have any conception of what's happening right now? It'd be like if somebody was stabbing Dorian Gray's picture and you were looking at Dorian Gray.
無が増殖だとどう対処されますか司令官イツキ何が起きたんだ連合統括部からの通達ですなんだ一色誠殿貴殿は本日付をもって連合監察官及び寺臨時司令の任を解かれました理由はお分かりですね何本作戦の危険性を警告した科学調査部からの報告を握りつぶし
Oh, yeah. Oh, that happened then, yeah.
作戦を1時間早めてこの結果ですから俺を陥れたなやだな自分から落ちたんじゃないですか貴様
Was the rest of the crew not going to weigh in on this either?
はるかどこにいるはるかはるかさんはあなたがクビにしたんじゃないですか 違うもう一人の方だ何言ってるんですはるかさんは最初から一人しかいませんよ
Oh, I'm talking about the god woman that only I could see, who told me what to do all the time.
はるかどこにいるんだ私を一人にしないでくれ一人は嫌だ嫌だ隼人隼人違う これじゃないこれじゃないんだこれは僕の絵じゃない君に見せたかったのはこの絵じゃないんだ
See, that's the pair that I want to happen, even though it's... Again, I watched this for the romance subplot, most of all.
ラーゼフォンのオリンが石取りを拒んだわ。
そうか。でも私にはお前がいる。
You're not 17 yet, I guess.
地平に達したもの。さ、歌いなさい。そう。
私のために。
Did you kill Ernst and replace him? Was Ernst really cloning himself this whole time? Does old man Ernst... Does old man Ernst actually been a woman? I mean, it could have been. Could have just been a real homely woman. God, I don't know. again, this show is competing with Evangelion, which is to say, the closer we get to the end, the more of a mindfuck is about to be happening. I did not remember Ayato shunning Yellow Girl. I forgot the given name. Ixtal is obviously the name I could use, but I called him Ayato, not Olin, so... Like I said, Sitao and Ayato is the relationship that I want, only because it's like star-crossed lovers sort of scenario. But it's also kind of like socially awkward. But you know, what you gonna do, right? It's like if you fell in love with a vampire. People are cool with vampires falling in love. And there's no way for a vampire to fall in love and be socially acceptable.
黒き箱舟、汝の名は幻。我が心に刺されし棘。次回第23楽章。ここよりとはに。世は音に満ちて。
Well, that's clearly one of the Jupiter military people. And it does look like a fight is about to happen. So what recollection I have of a fight actually happening and not going completely metaphysical like Evangelion did is clearly somewhere in there. Like I said, I remember a Mu fleet. I don't remember a bunch of city ships appearing all over every major city in the world, which has obviously happened. Maybe I'm remembering that earlier episode where they look into the sky and like the Mu ships seemingly like start floating out of nothingness. And again, Ernst, what the fuck is going on with Ernst? I guess maybe he was an old woman clone and not an old man clone. Or he is any of the three people he's cloning, in which case he could have been one of the two boys grown up into an old man and now is being replaced by the female version. What else? Dude's still running around, wherever the fuck he's at, taking no part in all this. I thought that one guy was gonna die, but it turns out he just got comeuppance, which could be worse, you know. Death is like a permanent quick end to a thing versus comeuppance. It's just gonna last him the rest of his life. He looks pretty young, but he could be in that range of, you know, 50-year-old man looking 20 years younger than he actually is. Yeah, no, we're just in the exciting culmination. 4 episodes to go. A lot of shit can still happen, and we still haven't figured... The Mulians are out and in the open. As I said, the military guy is wearing the instrumentalist helmet, so he's clearly going to be controlling a golem. It looks like the RahXephon is dead or dying. Ixtal is laying face down in the water, which is never a good sign. I guess there's nothing left to do here, but I'm going to say watch it, but we just watched it. I guess the only thing to do is think about it for a month, and then we'll figure out something. Hopefully something will come to us by the next time we watch. But once again, thank you to Yuki Ali. Once again, even without... I say once again, I am mind-fucked. I'm saying repeating words over and over again. Thank you, Yuki Ali, for giving me this mindfuck. Otherwise, I will catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stone-Faced Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?